Sup, y'all? It's your boy Kairas, and I am bringing you the best news for Fury Warrior in the patch of so far on the beta. Now, if they keep this in, which I'm not sure if they will because it's beta, but the expansion's only 2 months away at this point, so I think it might stay in. Who knows? Everything's constant to change, but they need to keep this in because this is so damn good for Fury. This is what makes Fury not a wet bag in the melee cleaves. And let me explain why. So you're gonna run Unhinged, you're gonna run Bladestorm. Fury has Bladestorm again, you know, and you have Ravager. Doesn't do as much damage, but it allows you to free up other stuff. Really good ability, really like it. I think I'm gonna miss Hurricane, but there's a thing with this. Every other time Bladestorm or Ravager deal damage, you automatically cast a Bloodthirst at your target or any random target. Now, what does Bloodthirst do? It heals you for 3% of your HP. Now, that's pretty damn good, but I want you to watch my health bar here, where my mouse is at. So if I pop my burst, oh, they're going to burst me. I'm going to Blade Storm that. 1.8 mil. 1.8 mil. 1.8 mil. I do not go down. I can actually stop an entire go as a Fury Warrior in the War Within just by fucking tanking it to the face. Is where before you could just get stunned, die in your wall, have to trinket wall. Now you actually have an ability to press when you're basically gonna get your head chopped off, and you've got a way out. Even though your stats feel really, really low, they don't feel that bad. You still have basically all the upgrade time that you need to do damage. You know, it feels pretty damn good. So anyway, I wanted to bring that into you guys. And this is the Slayer build. Basically, it just gives you a little more sustain. I feel like I haven't really played with everything too much, but essentially, Fury with the Slayer build is an AoE machine, more of a single target, I think, with some AoE tied in. Mountain Thane, I haven't really tested too much. I kind of played with it a little bit, but honestly, having Blade Storm randomly proc and also do damage is actually such a big thing because even though this doesn't hit super hard, you're buffing your Blade Storm damage is Fury, and you Blade Storm faster as Fury anyway. So instead of like 6 seconds or whatever his arms, it's over like 3.7. And if you're running Frenzied, it's even lower. And if you're running, and this is another change that I really like, Powerful Enrage increases the damage you deal by 15%, increases Enrage's duration by 1 second. Really great change. So you can actually run a big one-shot build as Fury. Really good. Frenzied Enrage rather increases your haste by 10 and your movement speed by 10%, which synergizes really well with Frenzy. But Frenzy, I think, is actually going to pull ahead with Powerful Enrage. It'll actually make picking Frenzy actually feel a lot better than it did before. Another change, Second Wind is back. Really great change. Bitter Immunity, just get rid of bleeds and curses and diseases. Really good into DKs, I feel like, for this expansion. You can play with your talents a little bit. Oh, I don't want this. I can go into Shockwave. Really good into Warlocks, Unholy Death Knights, Hunter Pets, Melee Cleaves, Caster Melee Cleaves, Caster Cleaves, you know the name of the game. I think Fury is actually going to pull ahead a lot this expansion. I'm actually very excited. As long as they do not change that, where Unhinged is not hitting with Bloodthirst every other time, or it's like one time and then 2 other times, you're going to be able to top yourself with your Enrage regen, and you might also be able to free up a talent point and basically that. But Invigorating Fury is actually so much more insane with that because you're able not to be disarmed. You can literally Enrage and Blade Storm. There might actually be like a cast sequence macro you want to do, like literally you press it twice, you Enrage Blade Storm, and even with the Blade Storm damage from Slayer, it's like you can completely stop a go, and that feels so damn good. And you can actually Whirlwind before and get multiple Bloodthirst hitting off. Really, really crazy thing to think about. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring that up. It's probably the best change for Fury Warrior as far as dealing with other melee classes. Like Windwalker Monk is probably one of the worst classes we can deal with. Basically, if you're queuing into any melee cleave with a Mistweaver, double disarm, rogue disarm, kidney, like there are so many things that Arms has better just because it has one ability, and now Fury has it, and now it feels so much more crazy. You just feel like an absolute tank is Fury now. I think Arms might be doing more damage, but it doesn't have the same survivability that Fury has. And you still have that 36% Mortal Strike, and I think that's what's going to pull Fury and Arms actually rather neck and neck this expansion. I think, what is it, Colossus for Arms with that one ability where it hits super hard is really good, but I think when it comes to the consistency, I think Arms and Fury are kind of neck and neck, and it feels really damn good. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring that up. You're healing for a bunch of Fury now. Your Enrage regen actually does something. You don't just wall, and then that's pretty much it. It's just a 30% damage reduction. We have a lot of healing back. We have a lot of positive changes for Fury Warrior coming into the War Within. This is probably ideal for Fury, especially going in, because we struggled versus a lot of melee. Rogues, Windwalkers, basically everything. The only thing I wish it was a minute and a half instead of a 2-minute wall, because 2 minutes as Fury is pretty long, especially since a lot of other classes like Karma and stuff like that exist in their minute and a half. Most walls, I feel like for most main classes, you're either 1 minute or 1.5 minutes, like Cocoon, stuff like that. But I just wanted to bring that in. If they could reduce Enrage regen by another 30 seconds by picking this talent, even though it is kind of nuts, it doesn't extend Enrage regen by 3 seconds and instantly heals you for 15% of your maximum health. And your Blade Storm with Unhinged is now hitting, I think, was it 3 times? So that's whatever your maximum health is. That's 60% plus the 15, so 75% total. And once you're at a Blade Storm, that's another Bloodthirst, so that's 95% of your health that's restored in one go, with 30% damage reduction, plus your versatility, plus if you're in defensive stance. Really great ability. Really looking forward to Dragonflight, or not Dragonflight, and I'm glad Dragonflight's over. The War Within's looking really good for Fury Warrior. But anyway, you guys have a good one. I just wanted to bring this up and shed some light on Fury going in. I'm going to be covering more specs and classes and kind of theory crafting and kind of going like, that's interesting. So go ahead and stay tuned, sub. You know what to do. Anyway, y'all have a good one, and see ya.